Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Really quickly, thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. I will be doing a whitelist giveaway for one of the projects I'm talking about in this video, so make sure to stick around. All right, now before I dive into today's projects, I quickly want to talk about C-01. And specifically, I want to discuss the current market behavior behind these projects, such as C-01, Oxia Origin, Primate Planet, Galliverse, all of these 3D projects that I've been talking about that have been doing incredibly well in this explosive trend. So currently the floor for C-01 is 1.03 Ethereum. Now that's about half what the high was, but even still, if you sold here, in my opinion, those are great gains considering this was a 0.25 mint. Now, as soon as I minted both of mine for 0.25, I went ahead and sold one of them at 2 Ethereum, just in case the hype on the initial release was going to be the max high of the pump. And the reason I did that is because the reality is we never really know what's going to happen when it comes to these projects, how they're going to pump before they reveal and when they're going to pump. All we can do is approach the project in a probabilistic mindset, meaning if we know it's going to do well, then we can mint it and then we can sell it whenever we're comfortable with the profits, or if we're already at a high enough return on our investment and it makes sense. So considering that I was able to sell one right off the bat at an 8x for 2 Ethereum, I was more than happy with that. I kept the other one in case we were going to see another pump, because whenever we had Primate Planet release, they initially started at a 0.64, and over the course of their pre-reveal period, they were able to climb up to a 2.8 ETH floor. Then of course we had Oxia Origins. So if we head over to Oxia, I actually ended up selling one of these for 1.2 ETH, and then the other one you guys saw, I ended up having to sell for 1.08 ETH pre-reveal. Obviously the project isn't holding up that well currently, but like I said, I sold these pre-reveal and I recommended that anyone in my Discord did the same. Now, if we scroll down and we look at the price action chart, we actually saw a high of about 1.78 Ethereum before price came back down and tanked. But my point is, and what I want to show you guys, is that the market conditions are always changing and the same thing isn't always going to repeat itself. So if we give this a visual example, whenever we had Primate Planets release, this is essentially what it looked like. This was around 0.6 here, and then we kept climbing up and up and up until we hit around 2.8 Ethereum, and then we slowly went back down. Then when we saw Oxia Origins mint, we saw something like this. We were sitting around 1 Ethereum, we kept climbing up and up. Then we were just hovering, consolidating around 1.3, 1.4. We saw a really big pump up to 1.8, and then we saw a massive sell-off back between 1 to 1.2 Ethereum. We consolidated, and then we eventually collapsed below 1 Ethereum. And then when it came to C-01, we had the mint price at 0.25, and we had a super hype rocket all the way up to 2 Ethereum before eventually collapsing back down. And now we're just hovering in between 1 and 1.1 Ethereum. Now, the thing is, obviously, yes, I would have liked to sell both of mine at 2 Ethereum, but I was willing to hold mine just in case we pumped up further. And like I said, even if I sold one now, I'm completely happy with those gains. That's still a great profit. So in those types of scenarios, you shouldn't really get worked up about it. Don't get emotional. Profit is profit. Move on to the next project, because there's going to be so much more. There's always new opportunities in this market. But if you know that the project has potential to pump again, and you're comfortable with holding maybe one of your tokens, if you minted more than one, like maybe you minted 2 or 3, depending on the project, then hold one and see where it goes. But you have to predetermine that before you mint these. So for instance, if I mint 3, what I like to do is I like to sell one at a solid X. So maybe the floor price right off the mint is 3 to 5X. I'll list one of them, sell it for my entire investment plus a little profit. Then if I get 2, I'll list the next one at a really solid profit. So anywhere between like 5 to 10X, preferably closer to 8 or 10. And then if I have a third one, usually if I'm able to mint 3, I'll usually just keep that one in case it ends up pumping down the line. And that recently happened with some of the projects I was holding during that $261 million volume day on OpenSea. I had projects that I hadn't looked at in months that were doing 10 and 20Xs that I ended up selling and making me way more than had I would have listed at the floor during that time. We're never really going to know when these projects are going to pump. So if you can afford it and you've already covered your entire initial investment and you've already made a good amount of profit, if you're able to mint anywhere between 2 to 5, I would definitely keep one of those. Just let it sit in your wallet, because you never know if a project is going to pump, what news might happen, and what type of bags might come from that. So all that being said, I am still holding one of these. I want to see if it happens to pump. If it doesn't, oh well, I'm still happy with the profits I made. We move on to the next projects. So speaking of next projects, follow me on Twitter at blockchaingavin, like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, as it would greatly help the channel. And you're definitely going to want to know about these projects as soon as I'm talking about them, so that increases your odds of securing your whitelist spots. All right, so the first project I want to talk to you guys about is called Fortune Friends Club. So it says cute bow NFTs celebrating Asian culture, starting with their shared love of food, friends, and fortune. So if you don't know what bows are, they're basically just Chinese dumplings, and that's what the heads of these Fortune Friends are. So let's go ahead and hop over to their website. So So it says celebrating Asian culture. There's going to be 8,888 of these bows. So here is what you get. So for the fortune part, there's going to be 100 ETH fund. They're going to be investing in Asian creative projects. Then if we go to friends, it says exclusive invites to IRL global food and meetups and events. So this will be kind of cool because I actually live in Los Angeles. So assuming that they do them there, I'll probably be able to go to a few. And then they're going to have their own hoodies and merch and all that stuff. And then if we scroll down, we can see some of the artwork. These are pretty cute. I really like the style of these. And then if we scroll down, we can see a bit about the roadmap. So on the 28th of January, they're going to have their pre-sale mint, and then they're going to have their public mint on the 30th of January. Then they're going to be establishing their brand in Q2 of 2022 with hoodies and merchandise and all that good stuff. They also say they're going to put 100 Ethereum towards Asian creative funds. And then they're planning to do all this other stuff on the roadmap. You guys can definitely check it out. But I wanted to share this project with you because it's relatively new. There's a lot of people talking about this project. And then we can scroll down and meet some of the team. Now, these guys aren't exactly doxed. I'm not sure if they plan on doxing before the reveal. If we go over to their Twitter and we go back to Fortune Friends, we can click buy Queen Bao. Now again, they don't necessarily seem doxed either, so just keep that in mind. But there are a pretty good amount of prominent people in the space talking about this project. And on the other hand, there has been a lot of people asking me personally about projects that are a lower entry price because they don't have a lot of capital to start out with. And this project is actually perfect. So if we hop over to their Discord, Fortune Friends Club, we can see that the mint price is 0.055 Ethereum. And if we calculate that at current market prices for Ethereum, that is about $175. So that should definitely be within your price range if you only have about $300, $400, or $500 starting out with, especially if you manage to get on the whitelist, because then of course you'll be able to avoid any gas wars. So while we're here, we can check out some of their sneak peeks. I do happen to think that these look pretty cute. Obviously, they're taking a lot of inspiration from Chinese culture and Avatar and things like that. But that is it for Fortune Friends Club. The team was actually kind enough to give me 15 whitelist spots to give away. So I will be giving away 5 whitelist spots on this YouTube video, 5 whitelist spots on Twitter, and 5 whitelist spots in my Discord. So by the time that you're watching this video, you will be able to go onto my profile and I will have a giveaway for them as well. So you'll be able to get 5 on this YouTube video and 5 on Twitter. So all you're gonna have to do to enter on the YouTube giveaway is like, subscribe, and comment on this video and follow them on Twitter. And then for the Twitter giveaway, the details will be in the post, but essentially you're just gonna have to like, retweet, tag a friend or two, and then follow both of us on Twitter. So make sure after you enter the giveaway on YouTube, you also enter the giveaway on Twitter, and let's hop into the next project. Okay, so the next project is gonna be called Raid Party. This project looks very interesting. It says that it is gonna be an on-chain idle MMO. If you don't know what on-chain means, it means essentially the entire game and all of its assets will be stored on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, this is going to be a pixelated type of MMO. If you can't tell already, we can go scroll down and see some of the gameplay. So what really interests me about this project, besides the artwork and the gameplay, is the partnerships that they have already made. So if we scroll down, we can see that they have made partnerships with Kaiju Kings. If we scroll up, we can see that they have a partnership with Ether Orcs, and then we can see a little bit of their character gameplay. So in this video, I think they tease their platform, so we can check this out. Maybe it's going to be a web or downloadable platform that you can play on, but you can see it's going to be this 2D pixelated style game that's all going to be on chain. So I think that this looks really cool. It looks really interesting. I don't know too much about it yet, but like I said, they do have some really awesome partnerships lined up. They do also have 60,000 on Twitter. And if we go into their Discord, the only way that you can join their Discord is by going to their website, and then you have to connect your wallet to sign in. Now, it's just a message for you to sign. It's completely safe. And then all we have is this screen. So we don't have too much information on the website itself. So if we hop back into Discord, there's no sneak peeks or anything like that. I guess the sneak peeks are in the announcements with those videos I showed you, such as the ones with their partnerships like Kaiju Kings. But other than that, I don't know too much about this project, but this is definitely a project that I'm going to keep my eye on because I think that this has a lot of things going for it, especially considering the types of partnerships that they're already making, considering that the game isn't even out yet. So they must be doing some awesome things behind the scene. I would definitely follow these guys on Twitter, hop in their Discord, just connect your wallet. If you're not comfortable with connecting your main wallet, you can always create a secondary burner wallet to connect. That way you can hop into their Discord and see what's going on there. Okay, now the third project I want to talk to you guys about, and this is something I really don't know much about at all. It is called a NeuroMod. And the only reason I'm mentioning this project is because NFT Zerk, aka Liam Evans, if we hop onto his YouTube channel. This guy has been talking about this project. I think he's either working with them or he's an advisor for the project, but he has a lot of good things to say about it. He says he's super excited about it. They only have about 1.5K followers. So since it's very early, might as well follow them on Twitter, turn on those post notifications. That way you can hop in their Discord just in case this does happen to be something that pops off. And if we go into their media, they have this little teaser video. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the project, but it most likely does. I think this looks really interesting. So if it does have anything to do with their project, it's probably going to be some pretty sweet artwork that is similar to this. So again, like I said, I would definitely follow these guys on Twitter and turn on those post notifications, because if this does happen to be something big, and if Liam Evans is talking about it and saying it's good, it's probably going to do pretty well. So yeah, shout out to Liam Evans, by the way. He's a cool guy. Oh, hey, Kevin. Meet Kevin, everybody. This is a dog I just fostered. Well, actually, I co-fostered him, but they were going to put this little guy down. All right, bye, Kevin. Bye. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Comment down below on this video and follow Fortune Friends on Twitter for a chance to win a whitelist spot. And then, like I said, by the time you guys are watching this video, I will also have another whitelist spot giveaway on my Twitter. So make sure to go there for more details. Thank you guys again for 5K subscribers, 2.5K on Twitter as well. You guys are amazing. That is it for me. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.